Quadrilateral ABCD obviously is not a square or rectangle, but we want to see, is it a parallelogram? Is it a rhombus? If it was close to looking to a square, we might want to look at the angles, but let's start by doing the slopes. So if I have the slope of AB, M stands for slope. I don't know if you remember that, but it is subtracting the y's and subtracting the x's. So the y value for A is 2. The y value for B is 5. The x value for A is 1 minus the x value for B is 2. So that is -3 over -1, which is 3. I want to see if that is parallel to the segment CD. So here's segment CD, and I'm going to do that one. Y values are 7 minus 4. X values are 5 minus 4. Oops, I put an X there. 5 minus 4, that is 3 over 1, which is 3. So those two are parallel. Now I need to see if BC and AD are parallel. So BC, the slope is 5 minus 7 over 2 minus 5. And that is equal to -2 over -3, which is 2/3. So obviously we do not make a right angle with AB or CD because it would have to be -1/3 for it to be a right angle. But we're going to see if BC is parallel to AD. So we do the slope again, and the y's are 2 minus 4 over the change in x is 1 minus 4. So that is -2 over -3, which ends up being +2 over 3. So we're definitely dealing with a parallelogram here. But now what I need to see is if it's a rhombus. So I need to see if the sides are equal. So that is the distance formula. The distance formula equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. And that comes from the Pythagorean theorem, believe it or not. So I'm going to find the distance of AB. So that is, the x's are 1 minus 2 squared plus the y's are 2 minus 5 squared, which is equal to the square root of -1 squared is 1, plus 2 minus 5 is 3 squared, which is 9, which is the square root of 10. And you can just leave it like that. Don't even bother with the decimal. It's fine the way it is. Okay, so now let's see what the length of CD is. So we have to take the square root and the difference of the x's. C is 5, D is 4 squared plus 7 minus 4 squared. 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 squared is 1. 7 minus 4, that looks like a negative, doesn't it? That's a 7. That's a 3 squared is 9. So it's the square root of 10. So it looks like we might have a rhombus here. I'm going to change color real fast because I'm going to write over here too. It's going to be a little crowded. I'm going to find the distance of DA. So the distance is equal to D, we would do 4 minus 1 is A squared plus 2 minus 4 squared. 4 minus 1 is 3 squared is 9. 2 minus 4 squared is 2, which is 4. And that is the square root of 13, Oh, it doesn't look like it's a rhombus, does it? So we have AB is the same length as CD, but we have DA is the square root of 13, which means BC is going to be the square root of 13. Maybe you didn't know that, but from experience I do. But I'll go ahead and do it. So BC, the distance is equal to BC. Let's see. So 2 minus 5 squared plus 5 minus 7 squared equals the square root of 3 squared is 9 plus 2 squared is 4, and that is the square root of 13. So what we have is just a plain old parallelogram. It's not a square, it's not a rhombus. So I am going to pause the video and bring it all home for you. I kind of ran out of room, but make sure you write all that down. Maybe put the distance formula all in one column, but that's up to you. All right, now that we did all the work for this, I am going to say that AB is parallel to CD because they have the same slope. And then I'm going to say that BC is parallel to AD because they have the same slope. And then I'm going to say that since both pairs of sides I guess I should say opposite sides. Let's put in the word opposite there. Are parallel. A, B, C, D, by definition, is a parallelogram. Parallelogram. So not only did I have to show that the slopes were equal, but I actually have to state that both the slopes are equal, so they're parallel. BC is parallel to AD because they have the same slope. And then since both sides of opposite sides are parallel, ABCD by definition is a parallelogram. If I were to take it one step further, if they were right angles, I would have to say BC and CD are opposite reciprocals of each other of the slope, therefore creating a right angle, and so on. So just make sure that you do all that. I'm not sure why these videos keep cutting out, but what I was going to say is make sure you do all that, and there will be some guided notes up to help you. Oh my goodness. Parallelogram. Really?